Can you able to see the PDF?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good morning. We are straight away we are going to the problem. The spring is subjected to fluctuating load. The wire diameter is given. Mean coil diameter is given. The material of the spring is specified. Oil hardened and tempered valve spring. The ultimate tensile strength that is given. What is the factor of safety based on the basis of fluctuating stresses? So the equation that this equation is not there in the data book, so you can write it down. 1 by n is equal to sigma m minus tau m minus tau a by tau y 2 into tau a by tau e n. Tau general, that is the shear stress. N is the small n is the this factor of safety. Suffix m, that is mean shear stress. Shear stress amplitude, that is tau a. You have a tau y, that is yield strength in shear, and tau en is endurance, shear endurance strength. So all the stress, that is shear, and you have this tau a, it can be calculated. This k into 8 fa d by pi d cube. K is the Wahl's stress factor, that 4c minus 1 by 4c minus 4, that equation. Fa means it is the force amplitude. Capital D, mean coil diameter. Small d, it is a wire diameter. Tau m can be calculated. Instead of K, it is Ks. It is a shear stress correction factor. And instead of Fa, you have Fm. So this equation is there in the data book, but there is a difference in these two, K and Ks. This is Wahl's stress factor, and this is 1 plus 1 by 2c, where c is the spring index, or capital D by small d. So this is a relationship between the ultimate tensile stress and the endurance strength in shear and the yield strength in shear. Endurance strength is the value will be less, that is 21%, 0.21 sigma u, and this is yield strength in shear, it is 0.42 sigma u. For cold drawn wire, for oil hardened tempered wire, it is slightly more, 0.22, and this is 0.45. So this is the value that is being given. Minimum force is given. Minimum force is given, maximum force is given, wire diameter is given, mean coil diameter is given, and ultimate tensile strength is given. So we can write the equation that is 1 by n tau m minus tau a by tau y plus 2 tau a by tau e. So first we can calculate what is tau a. What is Fa means F max minus F minimum by 2, force amplitude. 8 FAD by pi d cube. C is a spring index, that is mean coil diameter by wire diameter, that is 6. So K you can calculate 4C minus 1 by, that equation is there in the data book. So you can calculate what is tau A. 8 FAD by pi d cube. Their unit is in Newton per mm square. Similarly, tau m, the mean force, maximum force plus minimum force by 2. And Ks, I already mentioned, Ks is different than K. It is 1 plus 1 by 2C or 0.5 by C. So the Ks value will be less. And when the force is mean, that is static, there is no need to consider that the Wahl's stress concentration factor. So that is why Ks is being used. And tau m is you can calculate like this. Then you can substitute. And what is this tau y? Already I mentioned, that is tau y is 0.45 for this particular wire, sigma u, and tau en is 0.22 sigma u, approximately half. So you can calculate the value of the factor of safety. Next is a multi-leaf spring design of that. This is the figure that is given in the data book. Also, this figure is there. Master leaf, 1 or 2 full length leaves, then graduated leaves. You can see this.
Sir,
Yes.
നേരത്തെ പ്രോഗ്രാം
ഒരു മിനിറ്റ് 1 minute. People are still joining. Wait. നേരത്തെ okay. This one.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
അതെ സാർ ഇതില് FM മാക്സും സെയിം ആണോ?
FM
അല്ല
FM means it is the maximum mean force. Mean force. This is mean. Clear? It is a mean force. FA means force amplitude. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is the leaf spring. So what are the design parameter? You know that what is the length of the each individual spring? What is the thickness of the spring? What is the width of the spring? These are the design parameters. So this you keep in mind. The total span length is it is 2L. Instead of this capital L, you can make it. You can just draw on your sheet of paper. This is 2L, smaller. Span total. This central band is there for holding this leaves together, and this area is being considered as ineffective area. So the effective area will be total span minus this bandwidth. Usually the value of the bandwidth will be given. This is the figure that you can make it on a sheet of paper. This is F and this is 2L. And there 2L is the effective length. 2L is the effective length. So the parameters you can note down: number of extra full length leaves. This I means it is a number that is given in the data book. F means full length leaf. G means graduated leaves. This includes master leaf plus including master leaf. So total number of leaves you have, we have this IF and IG. The band width or width of each spring, that is B dash. B dash is the width of each leaf. Then thickness of each spring is BH. 2L is the effective length. F is the force applied, total force applied, that is being taken by full length leaves and graduated leaves. FF, you know, the portion of load taken by extra full length leaves, and FG is a portion of force taken by the graduated length leaves. So there is a correction in this, that is I already mentioned. The central load 2F must be replaced with F. Okay. So these are the equations that is given. The stress in the full length leaves, it is there in the data book. Stress in the graduated leaves, and the deflection of the spring. You can see FL, B dash, H is the thickness, E capital E is the Young's modulus, IG means number of graduated leaves, IF is number of full length leaves. Initial gap C, that is also there in the data book. Before assembling, there will be an initial gap. Here also one this fourth edition equation that 11.32a should be replaced. I think this B dash is missing in the equation that is given. Equalize the stress. If the stress remains equal, then the equation that is sigma F is equal to sigma G is equal to 3FL by I B dash H square. And you can have this bolt load to close the initial gap, IG, IF, F, I, 2IG plus 3IF. This equation is also there in the data book. Length of leaf spring. This is not there in the data book, but it is easily, we can easily study that equation. It is the span length, this 2L. 2L1 is the span length. I may already mentioned that the central band, that is ineffective width of the band, we can consider you have to reduce that. So the 2L, that simply supported beam of length 2L, effective, this 2L is the effective length, that is span length minus width of the band, central band. And band is used. When U-bolts are used 2/3 LP. So that is the 2L is the effective length. And length of the smallest leaf, if I is the total number of leaf, it is effective length It is effective length divided by first at smallest leaf, I minus 1 into 1 plus ineffective length. So, like the same way, you can calculate the length of the next leaf, length of the I minus 1th leaf. This I minus 1, I minus 1 plus ineffective length. This will cancel. You will have the span length. And the length of the master leaf, the topmost leaf, you have the span length plus. I already mentioned that I shape is there. You can see this portion, that is I, the length of this portion. That is pi into d plus h into 2. 2 means on this 2 side, where d is the diameter of the I and h is the thickness. So the diameter can be calculated based on the load on the pin. Load on the pin is, it is F by 2. The bending moment, the length of the pin, that is LP. If LP is the length of the pin, then you can calculate this length of the pin as B dash plus some allowance is clearance is being given. 4 mm clearance is being given. 2 mm clearance is provided between the shackle and the eye. So you can have this approximately B dash plus this. So bending, once the bending moment is known, you know the standard equation, that is stress sigma is equal to 32 m by pi d cube. From that, you can calculate what is the diameter. So once the diameter is there, you can calculate what is the length of that part. Then stress is there, but we are not considering that now. So we will try to solve this problem. It is semi-elliptical. This design is for particularly semi-elliptical. If it is a cantilever, then the equation is different. So semi-elliptical locomotive, you can just just draw a simply supported beam, simply supported one of 1 meter. Suppose the unit sustain a central load of 125 kilonewton at the center. The central band is 85 mm width. So he mentioned already, it is a central band which is ineffective. Spring should have 12 leaves, that is total number of leaves 12. 2 leaves are of full length. So the graduated leaves will be 12 minus 2, that is 10. Total depth should not exceed 3 times of the width. So this is a condition for designing. Total should not people are joining now. Okay. Total width, depth should not exceed 3 times of the width. Allowable shear stress that is being given 550 megapascal. Assume that all the leaves are equally stressed. So that is sigma F is equal to sigma G. So span length is given, that is 1 meter, 1000 mm. Central width 85 mm. Number of full length leaves, that is given 2. Number of graduated leaves is 10. Total number of leaves is 12. Total depth to width ratio should be less than 3. Load is 125. stress remains same. That is sigma F is equal to sigma G is equal to 550 megapascal is nothing but Newton per mm square. So effective length of the spring, that is I already mentioned, it is the span length minus this band width. So 2L is equal to that. L is equal to half of it. The maximum stress in the, that is, this is a condition that is given 3 FL by I B dash H square. That stress value is being given, that is 550. Force is F is directly, you can take that 125 into 10 raised to 3. And we will get an equation B dash H square. These values are not known. So that is this much mm cube. What is B dash? B dash is the width of each spring and H is the thickness. Total depth to width ratio. What is total depth? If I is the total number of leaves, total thickness will be I into H. Clear? Total depth means total depth, total thickness. Each spin is having H as thickness. We have I number of springs. So total thickness will be number of springs into each, the thickness of each. That divided by B dash, that is less, should be less than 3. Or we can write approximately, that is B dash by 4. H is B dash by 4. So substituting that, we will get an equation like this. Then already we have this. Substituting this, we will get the value of width, and you will get the thickness, the value of thickness. If you want, you can select the standard width from the data. Length of the spring. So length of the spring, that is effective length divided by I minus 1. It is the smallest one. It is easy to calculate ineffective length. So second smallest leaf, second leaf, third leaf, fourth leaf, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th, 11th leaf, that is of full length, the span length, and 12th leaves is the master leaf. Okay, so you can calculate the length of the master leaf, that is 2L1 pi d. Then LP is like this. B dash is the width of the spring. Bending moment you can calculate. From the bending moment, you can calculate what is the diameter. From the diameter, you can calculate the length of the master leaf. Next is a locomotive semi-elliptical laminated spring. Overall length 1 meter. Sustain a load of 70 kilonewton at its center. 3 full length leaves and 15 graduated leaves. Central band 100 mm. All the leaves are to be stressed to 400 megapascal when fully loaded. The ratio of total spring depth to that of width is 2. Determine the thickness and width, initial gap, load exerted on the band after the spring is assembled. That is a bolt law. So this is a solution. Here also span length is there, ineffective length, that is the width of the band that is given. Number of full length leaves 3, number of graduated leaves 15, total number of leaves IF plus IG, that is 18, thickness and width of leaves, same stress, effective length, span length minus the band width. So you can you will get an equation. The ratio is given total thickness by width, that is 2. So you will get from those two equations what is the thickness and what is the width. Initial gap, that is C is equal to FL cube I B dash H cube E. L is the half of the effective length. I is the total number of leaves, that is 18. 15 plus 3. B, it is the width of the leaves. H is the thickness. E, Young's modulus, that is steel, if you consider 210 or 200 gigapascal. So that into 210 into 10 raised to 3 megapascal or Newton per mm square. Megapascal is equal to Newton per mm square. So the initial gap, that is 9.04. And load on the clip bolt, that is FB, that also you can calculate. This equation is also given in the data book. You check whether this is same that is given in the data book, otherwise you can make a correction. This is a equation. I think here also some C in this, some mistakes was there. So you have to check with the data book. This is correct. Okay. Next is effective length, directly that is given. Maximum stress not exceeding 400 megapascal. Deflection is given. There are two conditions. Extra full length leaves are pre-stressed. The extra full length leaves are not pre-stressed. So these conditions are given. Number of extra full length leaves is 2 and the number of graduated leaves is 10. This numbers will be given. Young's modulus is 200 gigapascal. You read this, there are two conditions based on that. One is pre-stressed. That is, the stress remains same in all the leaves. Other is no pre-stressing. So you have to design for maximum value of stress. So first is pre-stressed. Sigma F is equal to sigma G. The same procedure that already I mentioned. And here that width depth, total depth width ratio, that is not given, but deflection is given. Deflection is given. Deflection equation is there in the data book. Y is equal to 6 FL cube B dash H cube E 2 IG plus 3 IF. And here effective length is 2L, that is directly given here. It is 1.2 meters, that is 1200 mm effective length, 2L. So L is equal to half of that, 600. So deflection, that is the value that is given, 100 mm, that is given value. FL cube by B dash H cube E 2 IG plus 3 IF. The suffix G means graduated leaves. This IF means number of full leaves. IG means number of graduated leaves. So B dash H cube 200. This is 10 raised to 3. Why it is that? It is 200 gigapascal. So you convert gigapascal into megapascal. It is 103. Megapascal is nothing but it is also equal to this Newton per mm square. So everything is there. You will have two unknowns and two equations. From the stress equation, we will get B dash H square is equal to this. From the deflection equation, we will get B dash H cube is equal to this. So H you will get from this. Once H is known, you can calculate what is the width of the spring. An extra full length is not pre-stressed. So you already know that the stress in the full length leaves is greater than stress in the graduated leaves. So equation is different. This is instead of same stress, it is not pre-stress. So 9FL by B dash H square 2IG plus 3IF. This equation is also there in the data. Similarly, from these two unknowns are B dash H square. So you will get B dash H square as this value. Deflection remains same. That is given in the question like that. We will get the thickness is this and width is 202.83.